Michigan, guys, and let's see what happens.
Struggling. My husband is on unemployment for the first time in our life. My husband.
What we're seeing in Michigan.
Our community is struggling. My husband is on unemployment for the first time in our life. And it's unwillingly that we're taking unemployment. We want to go back to work. We have employees. We have paychecks to issue. We have bills to pay. The only stores open are Walmart? That's ridiculous. That's why we're here.
It's time for our state to be opened up. We're tired of not being able to buy the things that we need.
Okay, here's the thing. The general public, I'll say this, is getting sick and tired of staying home. These are the people that are probably out of a job. And I can really understand where these people are coming from. It says from the Washington Post. Basically, I can see exactly where these people are coming from, where they're complaining, hey, Walmart's the only thing open. Why is Walmart the only one open? Why is, like, just the grocery stores open? They're sick and tired of not being able to buy the things that they need to buy. They're sick and tired of not having jobs, which I would be pissed off if I didn't have a job. And I can completely understand where people are coming from, but is that going to change anything? No, we're still going to be in quarantine lockdowns for months to come. So let's go back.
The only stores open are Walmart? That's ridiculous. That's why we're here.
It's time for our state to be opened up. We're tired of not being able to buy the things that we need, go to the hairdressers, get our hair done.
Did this girl just say they're tired of not being able to get their hair did?
Of a single household, no travel to in-state vacation or second home. Large stores can only have 4 customers for every 1,000 square feet of customer floor space. They also have to shut down sections for carpeting, flooring, furniture, gardening, and painting.
I've heard about this. Like they want. Like, here's the thing. Walmart, for example, they haven't done it here yet, but they want a section off the stores where all you can purchase is groceries. You're not going to be able to buy like a TV, a fan, an Xbox, video games, music, paint, gardening sections. So basically, all Walmart would be able to open up is just for the grocery section, and then the rest of the store would be like blocked off to the general public.
Right, so after this order was issued, you had a lot of people upset, many saying that it went too far. In fact, on Tuesday, 4 Michigan residents filed a lawsuit against Whitmer, arguing that she was violating their First Amendment right.
So people are going to sue the government. That's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. You ain't going to win no lawsuit against the government. It says private property being taken for public use without justification. Well, for me, reading that and hearing that, that sounds like you can't basically do anything. All you're doing is lock down to your house. And it's called cabin fever is what a lot of people are experiencing. I know family members personally that are experiencing that because they say they're not used to just staying home for months on end and days on end without being able to travel freely or going out to the store. And they don't want to just go to the grocery store. They want to go to a movie, or they want to go to their favorite restaurant, or they want to go to the beaches. But all these places are locked down, so you're basically stuck at home doing nothing.
And notably they're trying to get a temporary restraining order to keep Whitmer from enforcing the order. However, Whitmer has, of course, defended that order, arguing that, yes, it is strict. In fact, it's one of the strictest laws in the country right now, but she also argued that it's necessary to contain the virus. This is because Michigan currently has the 4th highest infection rate and 3rd highest death count in the country.
Like I said, is what these people are doing necessary? Maybe. Because general public doesn't understand what's going on. The general public might not know what is going on. Okay, they don't know if the numbers are real, the numbers are not. They just hear fluctuations. And a lot of people are like, I go to the grocery store all the time and I haven't got the virus. But it's crazy out here. Very crazy.
As of recording this morning, Michigan had just under 28,000 cases and about 1,900 deaths. Right, but with all of that said, it brings us to Operation Gridlock, a protest yesterday where several thousand cars shut down the streets around Michigan's Capitol building in Lansing.
Total chaos. Green light. Everybody stopped up. There's semis. There's campers at Michigan Capitol.
Well, I'll say it like this. Am I surprised? Nope. Am I surprised that this is actually happening? Nope. I already seen this coming where the general public is going to stand up and fight back. I already seen this. And Americans have guns, ladies and gentlemen. So am I surprised that this actually is happening here in America? Nope. I'm not going to be surprised if you see it start happening in London and in the UK and other parts of the world, Canada, Mexico, because people are sick and tired of what the government's doing.
It has been like this for a while. There's actual militia walking down the sidewalks.
And here, while many people
He said an actual militia walking down the sidewalk. That's like a militia is, if I'm not mistaken, that's like people who are standing up for themselves that are kind of like their own government, their own army. That's like the people standing up saying, "Hey, we're not taking it anymore." It doesn't matter if you're not doing that social distancing. People want to get the fuck up, and I'm being honest. People are sick of this. It says. And not wearing masks. People don't want to have to walk around society wearing a face mask. People don't want to go around where they can't hug their friends or high five their friends. They don't want that. I'm the regular person too. I don't like seeing this shit. And it's funny, today at the grocery store, I walked into the grocery store and I'm just walking down the aisle. You see people like literally look at you and kind of like jog out the way, or they'll look at you funny like, "Why are you getting close to me?" And I'm like, dude, if this was 6 years ago or 5 months ago, you wouldn't even have cared if my cart would have been close to your
building. Right, so you have tons of these photos and videos going viral showing these people standing next to each other, walking around, not wearing masks. There were also reports that people there were passing out candy to kids with their bare hands. Some of the protesters also sported firearms, which is why you had that guy talking about militia walking down the side.
Yeah, see? That's a militia. Those are people that are standing up for themselves. And ladies and gentlemen, that is not a machine gun. That is an AR-15 gun. I know people are going, "Why has he got a submachine gun?" That's not what it is, my guy. It's just a AR-15. They're a very accurate, fun gun to shoot.
Sidewalks. You also have people waving Confederate flags, Trump banners. Right, a number of the reports noting that it looked like a pseudo-Trump rally. And with all that said, whatever your opinion about this protest is, your feelings on the way that this was conducted aside, we should still look further into the specifics of why these people are upset. You know, today we're seeing nationwide another 5.2 million Americans have filed for unemployment.
I actually heard there's over 10 million people who lost their jobs. Okay, for all the people watching this and that are upset that these people are doing what they're doing, just look at it this way. You were going from, let's say, $5,000 a month income to what? $2,000 a month? That's a big difference on you being able to support your family and you being able to not support your family. You go, "Well, get a job." Well, who's hiring? What about the grocery stores? They don't pay enough like what your regular job did. What about the restaurant workers? What about all these people who were making a damn good living as a bartender are now sitting at home being able to do nothing, making almost nothing money? I would be depressed if my job was like, "Hey, we got to let you go." I'd be like, "Oh my God." I would be in severe depression because I rely on that paycheck to pay my bills.
But I mean, here, specifically with Michigan, Michigan has been devastated. And notably here, because Whitmer banned home-to-home travel, that means people who have jobs like landscapers, they will now also find themselves out of a job now. Michigan and Detroit. So you have...
Let me ask you this, guys. Would this lady be doing what she's doing, putting this harsh ban, if her job was canceled? If they said, "Oh, no, your job doesn't no longer needed, you're out of a job." No. But as a senator or a governor or whatever, she's probably making, what, 80, 90, $100,000 a year easily. So she's living comfortably in her luxury house, in her penthouse, where somewhere, and she doesn't care because she's making all that money. That's the problem with all these politicians. They don't care for the fucking people.
Owners and workers arguing that there should be regional and industry-based exemptions. For example, you had one worker at a greenhouse saying, "I don't think she's listening to petitions and people who are trying to communicate in a less extreme way that there are small businesses that are suffering." Right, so there's that, but on the other side of this, you have Whitmer. And while Whitmer has said that she thought about people like that when she was signing the order, she also said she feared the economy would be worse if she didn't sign it. Also yesterday, responding to Operation Gridlock, saying,
"But we know that when people gather that way without masks, they were in close proximity, they were touching one another, that's how COVID-19 spreads."
But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know what you guys really think, because I'm just curious. Like I said, I'm not surprised that people are standing up. I'm not surprised that people really want to get back to work.
I saw a video that was reportedly from a healthcare worker who was trying to get to work.
How can I do my job if y'all idiots are blocking up the ways to get to the hospital? There are people dying every minute. And you guys, Trump supporters, want to block up everything and don't care about nobody else.
I'm not going to say they're Trump supporters or they're not Trump supporters. At the end of the day, humans want to be able to do what they want to do by going to work. This guy would be in the same vote if his job was not a basic essential and they fired him. He would be in the same vote as the next person, hurting for a paycheck, not wanting to rely on unemployment. All these people that are like, get out the way, I need to get to work. I understand both sides of the story. I understand the people that need to get to work. I understand the people that have a job. I understand the people that are unemployed. So I understand both sides of the story.
What if it was your mother? What if it was your father? What if your infant son or daughter gets sick? This is ridiculous. It is unfair for the people that have to go to work every single day, especially in the hospital, to do their job. If y'all don't take y'all asses home, this is what I'm mad about. All of y'all want to sit down there and pump your horn, hang out the window, throw your flag out.
It's not that they don't like what somebody told them to do. It's the fact that they want to be able to make a living. They want to be able to support their family. Without people making a living, the economy crashes. More and more people go into severe depression. More and more people get on drugs. More and more people get effed up. That's how I look at it, because that cabin fever thing is real. Locking someone up in a house, I don't care how big your house is, eventually you get confined to that place and you have to get outside. And these people, all they're saying is, we want to be able to go back to work. We want to be able to have a job. That's what I'm getting from it. They want to have a job.
Y'all some idiots.
But then, back on the other side of this, we also saw 4 county sheriffs opposing her order, saying while we understand her desire to protect the public, we question some restrictions that she has imposed as overstepping her executive authority. As a result, we will not have strict enforcement of these orders. We will deal with every case as an individual situation and apply common sense in assessing the apparent violation.
And see, that looks like it was from like a police officer or like the police department saying, we're not going to abide by that. We're going to just treat people respectfully. So, what do you guys think of this whole situation? Is some of these people taking the precautions necessary, or are some of the precautions way out of line? I just wanted to shoot the shit with you guys and react to what I was watching, because it's very interesting that these people are standing up for their rights. I see both sides of the story, why they're doing it, and I see the necessary need for why the other people argue against what they're doing. I'm not surprised that the people are now starting to do this. I'm not going to be surprised if this happened all over the world, all over the country. People starting to smarten up. But as always,